would your message be to anyone who is listening and tuning in on the live stream this evening who is struggling out there?
Have compassion for yourself. Please know that it's not your fault. It's easy for the mind to take us to a place to beat ourselves up, because if you've been sick for a long enough time, it's easy for your mind to take over and say, there must be a reason why I'm sick. I can't get better. It's not happening. I've been sick too long, 6 months, a year, whatever that is that you're struggling with. Please know that you can heal. You can heal. You truly can. And not beat yourself up, not blame yourself, not say it's your fault. Don't get into that place. Instead, you're going to have the peace you deserve. You're going to have the healing you deserve. It's there. You have every God-given right to have that. Please know that.
My worst thing my whole life, I was constipated. I was always uncomfortable. I mean, in college, forever. I'm 68 years old today. And I found this when I was 60, and I started eating fruit, and in 2 days, my constipation cleared. I haven't been constipated since. And that was the beginning. You know, one of the things that's really amazing now, at both of our ages, Bob's 10 years older than I am, we can go for hikes in the mountains where we live, and we could go 5 miles after not having exercised, and we're not sore. I hurt my back. I fell playing softball with some of my nieces and nephews and stuff, and hurt my ribs, and I healed so fast. And I had a friend even ask me, we were on a hike one morning, and she said, I bet you healed really fast because of the way you eat, right? I said, yeah, it makes a difference.
I started having neurological symptoms where I thought I had Guillain-Barré's and ascending paralysis of the nervous system. And then it morphed into a lot of issues with temperature instability and immune dysfunction. And my blood turned magenta. I was really sick, so I got full disability and I was out of work 2 years straight. And by the end of 2021, someone talked to me about this book. And so I quickly purchased it. And when I opened the pages, I knew it was from above. I knew it was from heaven. And so I started applying it, and I instantly started getting better. But it was a full-time job, and you had to pay attention to the details to heal. And so it took me 3 years doing this like religiously, and now I'm working full-time nights and working in the crazy ER again like normal.
Been sick a long time. You might not even believe you deserve to heal anymore. You may actually believe that you deserve to be sick and it's your fault. And that's another thing that's a big problem. And with medical medium information, it's about breaking that barrier down, that wall down, because people get closed off into that world. You've been sick enough and long enough. You're going to be like, I must be sick for a reason because I deserve it and I caused it or something happened. That's not the truth. That's not it. You have every right to heal. That's what inspires me too. People were so mind damaged. They were told they had a fear of healing. They were told they manifested their sickness. They've also told people it's all because you didn't solve something in a past life, right? I've had people so head screwed, so duped, so fooled, and were really hurting bad because of it. I'm not saying spiritual advisors are bad. I'm just saying I've seen some damaged people being told some crazy stuff. And they walked into my office, and guess what Spirit of Compassion did? Told them what was wrong so their doctor can help them. Spirit of Compassion didn't say they were beheaded in 1645. Spirit of Compassion didn't say they manifested it. Spirit of Compassion never said to anyone, you created it. Spirit of Compassion never said you got a fear of healing. And Spirit of Compassion never said your body is attacking itself like medical science. He never said anything else like that, but they always tell people that it's your body attacking itself. So getting viruses is completely random, no karma at all. There's no karma involved. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We come into this world with viruses. We come into this world with EBV and shingles that we get from utero. We get passed down from our parents. We come into this world like that. We easily can get viruses here. I'll talk about that too. Relationships, friendships, drinking off of somebody's glass. It's easy to get pathogens. You didn't ask to be sick. Like, there's no karma involved. You're not paying back. You're not paying back on the karmic channel. Okay, listen. Let's talk about this for a second. Okay? Something critical you have to understand. And I know this runs through people's veins. It's blaming yourself. Blaming yourself for any kind of adversity and any kind of struggle. It's blaming yourself. Okay? And when it comes down to health issues, if you're struggling with a symptom, depression, multiple sclerosis, anything we talked about, nausea, anxiety, seizures, whatever it is, we covered a lot of stuff, CFS, whatever it is, it's not your fault. I can promise you it's not your fault. You have to remember that. That is critical, and don't forget it. It gets in the way of your healing process. When you believe it's your fault, it interferes. It messes with your mind. It messes with your soul. If you're sick, and it's not your fault. Something happened. And it's about discovering why and how to correct it and move forward, because your body loves you unconditionally and it wants to heal. Your body wants to heal and it loves you unconditionally. And you can't forget that. You cannot forget that. Don't forget that. And you're not a bad person. You didn't create your symptoms. You didn't create your doctor bills. You didn't create your compromises from being sick. You didn't create your emotional pain, and you didn't create your losses. You have to remember that, and don't forget this. Pat yourself on the back. Have compassion for yourself. Critical. Critical. I know that it's not your fault that you're sick or have a chronic illness or a symptom. I know. I need you to know. I know. I know. SOC knows, but I need you to know. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. There is an amazing person, amazing soul that was here tonight, that was in a wheelchair for 20 years. And here she is standing here after being in a wheelchair for 20 years. You don't see that out there, that kind of healing. You don't see it out there, but you see it in the medical medium community. It's a whole nother level. It matters. It really does. Hey.
I've been dreaming about this moment.
I'm honored you're here.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course.
You saved my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you did. I was bedridden for
20 years?
I had to use a wheelchair to go some places. I was so sick with it. Everything was like failing. High blood pressure. I nearly got a stroke. I got neurological fatigue. But there was so many symptoms. I even got rid of glaucoma, and I'm following the protocols. I've been following them for 6.5 years.
6.5 years?
There hasn't been a day without celery juice. It's working so well. I've been doing, I think, 46 rounds of advanced 369. It's
You
like,
got yourself out of a wheelchair. You're standing. You're not in a wheelchair anymore. You're standing. You're here.
I got life. Thank you so much for everything you do. We appreciate it so much.
Well, look what you did, okay? You did the work. You worked on it every day. You believed in it. You got yourself walking. You got yourself out of bed.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Thank you so much.
Now, I gotta tell you something, you guys. I think that what happens is that because this world is just tragically just turned upside down all the time, right? That I think it takes a lot out of all of us, right? It beats us down. And life isn't easy anyway. Anyway, it's not easy. Darkness tries to make obstacles all the time, in every way possible. This world's not an easy place to live in, okay? But we can't be hard on ourselves. Whatever you do, you can't blame yourself. You have to be very careful. You don't want to blame yourself and your body for being the problem, when really it's all the sinister nature of darkness out there, always trying to chip away 1,000 cuts, death by 1,000 cuts on everybody in every way, shape, and form, between every angle, to take freedoms away and everything else under the sun. This world's a hard place to live in, always has been. And so what happens is we turn
all of this hardship on ourselves, and then you feel like the bad person. You feel like it's your fault you're sick. You feel like you caused the problem. You feel like that your body's letting you down because it's not doing the right thing for you. It's not working for you or something. It's working against you, because that's what they teach you too, that your body's faulty, right? When your body's not. A system is set up to just give you a beat down all the time. But a way to break that is to know that the light is also about knowing that you're a good person and you didn't do anything wrong. Because wherever you turn, someone's demons are going to tell you you're doing something wrong. That's how it is out there. And you got to be kind to yourself and have compassion for yourself. You got to pat yourself on the back and know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault why you're sick. It's not your fault that you didn't know this because someone tricked you out. It's not your fault that, someone betrayed you. It's not your fault that the world is doing what they're doing. And you can't forget that. That protects your soul. It protects your soul. And that's what counts in the end, because that is untouchable. It can chip away, break us down physically, right? And you can get the tools to stop that too. And stomp that out, stomp the darkness out, and rise out of those ashes and heal physically. But remember, your soul, no one can touch no matter what. And you have to be good to your soul by making sure you communicate with it, because our subconscious and consciousness, they're kind of a little separate. Your brain's the physical part. And then you got to get your brain, the physical part, those neurons, to talk to the metaphysical part, which is your soul. And they have to communicate. And what you have to do is take the physical part of your neurons, which is what we're doing now. We're talking through neurons right now. And then we have to say, neurons, you tell my soul in there that I didn't cause that trouble, and that's why I'm sick, and that I'm not a bad person, and it's not my fault, and my body's not faulty, and I am a good person. And the world is that dark and evil, with evil people on the planet. And I'm not going to let that energy throw me into a place of hating myself, or hating who I am, or not believing in myself. So you make that physical brain talk to your soul. Because in the end, your soul is what's left. And your soul leaves here and heads to heaven. And if you don't believe in heaven, that's okay. When your soul heads to the highest heaven, and you don't believe it, and you don't believe in heaven, that's all right. Your soul will still go there anyway, and then you'll just have to have that awakening when you go there.